in my Gilles initiation, there is a initiation which we do, giving the meditation technique for enlightenment. The very basic instruction is, please doubt the experience. Never believe the experience. They will be given an experience of energy, and then they are asked to doubt that energy continuously. They are not supposed to believe. How much it is possible, please doubt it. If the energy starts flowing in you beyond your doubt, only then this is spiritual energy. If it happens in you just because of your faith, it is a mental energy. Now the science also, they started proving the enlightenment, the no-mind state. If you have heard about the research done on my neurological system, anybody spoke about it? Yes. They did a research on my neurological system and they proved the mind is totally silent, the no-mind state. But actually the group of scientists, they came and questioned me about the idea of enlightenment. What exactly it is, Swamiji? Is it because of ganja which you all use in Himalayas? Because Himalayas people use ganja, because of ganja you feel a silent state. Is it that type of state or a real experience? I told them, at least in my life I never used ganja even once. But I had the experience of boundarylessness. Then they said, if it is a truth, if it is a solid experience, then it must reflect on the neurological system. I said, surely it must be reflecting. Then they said, shall we do research on your neurological system? I said, you are welcome. We can do. Then they did 3 PET scan and 2 QEEGs. And before testing, they asked, what exactly your experience? Please explain it to us. I told 4 things. The first thing, the inner chattering is totally not there. Not even iota of inner chattering is there. That's the first feeling. The second thing, the boundary, here my body ends and here existence starts, is lost. The very idea is lost. The third thing, the basic idea I am a male or female is lost. If the first idea that I am a male or female, only then my age, then my culture, language, all other conditionings. The basic conditioning, I am a male or female, that conditioning is lost, that idea is lost. The fourth thing is tremendous ecstasy. When I come out, I feel the hangover of ecstasy continuously. I feel the joy and the bliss. Of course, by their research, they prove all the 4 points. If you all can find few minutes, you can take time to read the research report. Now they are bringing it out in their scientific journals. They have given the initial report. Now they are coming out with a detailed report. I don't know whether all will be able to understand that report. If you are a doctor, you will be able to understand. The PET scan and QEEG also they have scientific. For common man, they are bringing out in a more detailed way. If you have time, you can study. Yes. Yes, you can. You are welcome. We have every day you can stay, but only thing we have very less accommodations. You will have to find out by phone, and continuously the meditation classes are going on. You can come and stay and learn and practice, or just be anything. Faith is not Shraddha. Please be very clear. And I tell you, I don't think faith is necessary in this age. There is no need for any faith. Because if the person is really experienced, if he is an authentic person, he can penetrate you even beyond your doubt. You see, doubt and faith are in the mental level. If he is an enlightened man, the Atma Shakti will be there. Atma Shakti can simply break the doubt. I tell you, Atma Shakti is such, it will just pull the earth under your legs, under your feet. So you don't have to have faith to feel the Atma Shakti. I tell you, if you have more doubt, you will feel the energy more solid way. Because to break the thick head, more energy needs to be used. So I tell you, there is no need for any faith and belief and all these things. These words have become outdated words.
Shraddha is it.
See, Shraddha also, there is no need for you to do it. Shraddha means which happens to you. It will happen to you. Faith only you have to do. Shraddha means it will happen to you. Better don't bother about the faith and all those things. The faith and the belief and all those things. When you drop all the word faith and belief, all these things, if the master really touches you beyond your doubts, then something happens. That is what is called Shraddha. Sincere.
Swamiji, can you suggest a technique to overcome strong emotions and bringing about an alignment between your head and heart?
The question is such big. I don't know whether we will be able to practice any technique. But I can suggest, have you read already any books? Lots of books. If you can spare these 2 days, try to do the course. If you can't spare, of course, if you ask for the instant solution, the question is so intense, you say the strong emotions. Naturally,
you feel the pattern of your thinking, you feel that there is something very deep within you guiding your thoughts, and of course there is strong emotion involved in it, though your head says that you are above everything, but there is a pull of that emotion. So how do you get over it?
See, the problem is very deep. From your expression, you are able to understand it's complicated. If you really want solution, take up this 2 days course. Try to be in the presence. I think that can do little miracles.
Swamiji, you said that when you are horizontally, that means you are at Himalayas, and then you are in suffering. When you are vertically, you are in suffering. You can explore yourself. We people are not in Himalayas, we are in this world. We have to go to our office for 8 to 10 hours. We have to do work there. At home also we have got a lot of problems. School fees, in society also we have got a lot of. So during that period, how we can explore ourselves?
See, that is what. Again, you are creating an idea. If you are vertical, you cannot explore yourself. You think by being vertical, you will not be able to achieve the horizontal. That's what you say, na? When you say, in this society, how can I have the silence, and how can I explore my inner energy, or how can I explore my Atma Shakti? And that is what, you are saying the same question. I tell you, the first idea, you believe, if you go vertically, if you are in the office, you cannot experience the silence of Himalayas. You have an idea. The very idea is first wrong. First thing, stop believing that. Stop believing you cannot have peace or joy in your office. You cannot have silence or Atma Jnana in your office. That belief which you have created already becomes a mental setup, an unconscious setup. First, try to break that. Stop believing that. Next thing, don't name your office work as something else than your life. You see, if you say your office work is something else than your life, naturally you will not be at ease with your office work. You will not be relaxed at your office work. Accept that as your life. Explore that as your life. Put your whole life energy into that. Take that as your life and living. Don't think after the office work you will have the vacation. After the office work you will have the holiday. Don't think that. Do this itself as a vacation. Fall in love with the work. I tell you, then you will understand the vertical and horizontal ideas will disappear. You will explode into energy. The energy explosion will happen. You will be traveling vertically, horizontally, sideways, this way, that way, in all the 10 directions. Your idea, by going vertically, you will not be able to move horizontally. It's only the obstruction. It means you are choosing the part in you, the segment in you, the fraction of you. You start fighting with the whole. The very belief, the very faith makes your mind alive, keeps your mind alive, keeps your mind living. So first thing, break that idea, fall in love with the work. Don't wait to go to Himalayas, don't wait to go for vacation, don't wait to escape from the work. Fall in love with the work, then you will understand work has nothing to do with vertical way or the horizontal way. The vertical, horizontal will simply disappear. You will explode. You will explode and you will be moving in all the directions at a time. As on now you have an idea, you can move only in one direction. But I tell you, you can move in all the directions. Even the quantum physics says, any atom is not moving in one direction. It is moving in all the directions. You can move in all the directions at a time. Simultaneously, you will be able to move in all the directions. You are, you can. Only one thing, you are choosing your part. You decide, no, I can do only this much. I can move only in this direction. It's like have you seen the boat jetty in the harbors? They create a small boat jetty where they keep the boats in the ocean. For a long time, some boats don't travel in the ocean at all. Then they think boat jetty is their boundary. They think, oh, I cannot go to ocean, I cannot travel in the ocean. They forget the ocean belongs to them and they belong to the ocean. The same way, because you started believing you can go only in the vertical way, you stopped believing, you stopped understanding, you can explode, you can move in all the directions simultaneously. You have put in the conditioning. If you are doing work, you cannot be happy. You started believing. The very belief, if you are working, you cannot be serene. You cannot be joyful. That faith only makes you to suffer. I tell you, that's unconscious setup. Break that. Stop believing that. Be very clear. You can explode in all directions. I tell you, fall in love with the work. Then you will understand the horizontal line and vertical line is one and the same. I tell you, it will not be even horizontal or vertical. It will be just exploding. All the 360 degree, this side and this side and this side, and this side and that side and that side. All the directions you will be exploding. That's what I say, explosion of creativity.
Swamiji, as you said, to create this Ananda. So isn't then that the creator of the Ananda, which is the one who creates the Ananda, which is mind, it remains there, it gets more fact. Who is it finally who gets this?
I tell you, that's a small example. When they burn the dead bodies, they will use a small bamboo stick. Have you seen? Just to turn the bodies so that the whole body is burnt. Once the whole body is burnt, the stick also will be thrown into that fire. And that will also be burnt away. Same way, the mind which creates Ananda will slowly create the Ananda and burn all the other boundaries. Once all the other boundaries are burnt, this mind also will be burnt away. Because the very quality of Ananda is burning the boundaries. This mind also will be burnt away. The creator also will be burnt away. The whole thing will become just a creativity. Not even a creator, created and creativity. It will be just become a creativity. Creator and the created. Both will disappear into the creativity. Created is a past. Creator is the future. The potentiality of the future. Creativity is the present. You will see both will disappear into the creativity itself. So using the mind to create the Ananda is nothing wrong, because by and by the mind itself will lose the boundary in consciousness.